we have the opportunity to restore valley floor grasslands in oak savanna and the oak woodlands that once dominated the Santa Clara Valley, but now are almost all but gone. And so in doing this, we reconnect to the land. It's a redemption for ourselves. It really started way back in the 60s and 70s when leaders saw how we were so rapidly developing the Santa Clara Valley. They thought we really need to do something to protect the open space. These environmental organizations like the Sierra Club really created a political environment and educated leaders. The biggest hurdle in protecting Coyote Valley has just been the conventional wisdom, the institutional inertia, believing that it's going to be built out. It's what we did with the rest of Santa Clara Valley. It just was the expectation that people had.
We had to spend every bit of energy that we had to constantly fight off development proposals. The mayor and city council decided it was time to accept the conservation vision. So they crafted a measure for the ballot to raise the money to provide the safety to the city of San Jose.
But one of the really important pieces of that was up to $50 million for acquisition of land here in Coyote Valley to prevent the flooding, to restore the natural sequestering of this water in the wetland. This measure passed, and the city council voted to go ahead and spend that money and enter negotiations to purchase the property, and they did, along with lots of money from the Peninsula Open Space Trust. And now it's our public land that is going to be managed by the Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority. Nearly 30 years ago, I read in the paper that people were trying to get an open space district established down here in Santa Clara Valley. Along the way, I got more and more involved in lots of different conservation efforts with the Sierra Club. When Measure T, that was used to provide the money to purchase much of the land, our members, including myself, knocked on a lot of doors. We show up at the council meetings to make sure that they're listening to us. The advocacy is really important, primarily in educating politicians and in educating the public. What I found the most rewarding of all is seeing a huge turnout at the city council meetings, seeing some old friends, some new friends, and hearing their testimonies to the city council, explaining why Coyote Valley is so important to them. Speaking in support of it is just really satisfying.
It had been decades of ups and downs, and moments when we really sincerely thought that we'd lost the effort. And so many council meetings that when the vote finally came, when the city council really committed to the land purchase, it was still hard for us to believe.
We look at each other just in astonishment, even though we knew it was coming. What a wonderful moment that was. It's really just the beginning. There is a paradigm shift here of conservation.
Of course, there's always so much to do. Even in North Coyote Valley, we'll be working with the Open Space Authority to share our vision for habitat and climate restoration on these now publicly owned lands. We'll be working with the county to ensure the unsecured lands of the rest of the valley will stay in agriculture with wildlife and climate-friendly sustainable practices. And throughout San Mateo, Santa Clara, and San Benito counties, there are important conservation efforts ongoing. So please join our chapter with these conservation efforts. Thank you so much for your support.